separate workable VHF on both life rafts. If you have a big crew, then you need 2 life rafts. Oh, okay, another thing is they were a little bit lucky that they were picked up by the cargo ship on the leeward side. But after picking them up, that cargo ship turned to us and then they tried to pick us up on the windward. But I have no communication with them anymore. I don't have a VHF. So I was forced to do that. And actually before that I think before we got separated, we were trying to ask him, hey, can you wash our back, and then the Hong Kong choppers are coming in. I really don't want to climb because it's pretty dangerous. I can foresee already. And I prefer to go the choppers come and get stuff. We had practiced with the choppers before, and then it's really nice. And then, easy. They are so experienced that you won't break your legs or arms. So I prefer to do it like that, and I can foresee already that climbing up the rope ladder is a very dangerous thing at high sea. But the captain of that cargo ship said, they said they need to add fuel. So if you want to wait, they may be coming an hour late. So I have to figure on myself. At high sea, if sea conditions change even worse to more fierce, how can I shoulder the responsibility of staying at high sea for another hour, although we got that here? So I told my crew, okay, get rest, get prepared, and then you have to do a Mission Impossible later on. So we were all prepared, and unfortunately we had to really climb. And when they tried to pick my life raft's crew up, because it was on windward, and suddenly you have a wall there. So the water coming on would go up and down and even more. The range would be even more. So you all remember, the upper part of the boat of any cargo vessel would either be black or gray or something like that, and then below the waterline, from the waterline onwards is red, right? So when the waves come to us, and then we are suddenly 10 feet up on the black side, and then suddenly 10 feet down on the red side. So quite terrifying. But anyway, we were prepared to do that. As I asked the group, you have to do that. One thing I missed, which I must tell, and it was a big mistake that we learned from our own saga. Before we have to climb, suddenly a crew in my life raft said, Leon, I don't have a life raft, a personal life vest, life jacket. Why? Everybody got one. You got one. He said, no. In a hurry, he carried his backpack instead of a personal So watch out. And of course, I put no blame to everybody and you can expect something like that. And it's a joke at the same time, but it's terrifying. So I hesitated for a little while, but okay. Too bad I'm the skipper. I have to give mine to him. And I told him, hey, once you get up, you send one back. You have to do it, right? So anyway, when we get near to the life raft get near to the cargo ship, they put down the ladder was there, and then they throw a rope to us. We hold on, and then they pull us to almost near to the life raft, and then I asked, we have got 2 lady crew. I separated the 2 ladies into 2, and then one in his life raft and one with me. And that lady, she was first time out with me to an ocean race. And he said, I heard of that, but I never thought that I need to do all these. And but she was real good, and then once we grabbed hold of the ladder, send him, push her, and then she climbed up, wow, like a monkey, very fast. All along, I was most worried about her because she had been throwing as well, but wow, I think her adrenaline really drove her well. And then one by one we went out, and 3 went up, and then the 4th one, quite a big guy, a big young guy, an accountant. Also, he's the first time going out to the ocean. Every time we went out in the past 10, 15 years, after we gained some experience, we tried to get some new hands to go out so that more locals could have the experience of going to the ocean. And then that big guy fell after climbing 4 or 5 steps. And then he fell on me, lucky enough. But because it's just a soft bottom in the life raft, so we didn't get hurt much. Although he was turning pale and losing his breath. And so I asked my navigator to, okay, you go first, let him have the rest. And then he went, and then that guy suddenly said, Leon, I need some more rest. You go first. I said, how come? I cannot. I'm not like the Italian captain. I cannot do something like that. And also, he's a man, not a girl, anyway. So I asked him, okay, take rest and then stay easy. After I think 2-3 minutes, and then he gained his breath again, and then helped him out. He did it, and so coming to the moment that I was alone. Many friends, many close friends, relatives asked me, hey, throughout, were you scared? Actually, I told them I never had a moment to be scared or develop any fear. Too many things to do or to work out, making assessment from time to time, what is the worst. Of course, I didn't tell them. I deep in my heart, and then I was thinking that the best would be at least 1 or 2 crew or 2 or 3 would have a fracture or a broken leg or something like that. And now that, of course, we all got safe, except a few bruises on the fingers because of the leather banging against the hull of the boat. Otherwise, we were all perfect condition after going up to the vessel. So I never had any fear developed in my mind. The only time I had some hesitation was when I was alone and everybody was up. And I was actually a bit tired at that time after helping everybody up. You see, I'm slim, so I'm not a very strong guy in the sense, although I can endure. But at that moment, I asked myself, hi, can you do it? No second thought, we tried, and then make it. So that was the story. After I went up, they were lead to a room for rest, and I had to still climb 4 stories to the bridge of that captain. That was quite something for me at that time. Okay, I've got some recommendations and thoughts that we have learned. I think that these are more important. But the story, thanks for all your patience, but it really took some minutes to tell because it was quite a long one. So firstly, I would go for the thoughts that we experience and everybody doing any future ocean races need to know. Firstly is about the life jacket, the life vest. So I think it's the duty of every watch captain, watch leader, to really check at that time. Okay? Me as skipper, I have other things to attend really. Radio call, rescue, other things, or make some other judgment. Then we need somebody to really count on everybody. And stupid enough for us, actually someone already took quite 2 or 3 extra life rafts onto the deck. But then we don't know why we did it in a rush, we didn't put it into the life rafts. It was on the deck of some boat already. And then, as I told you, handheld VHF, you have to make sure that you have got spare battery. And those spare batteries, we were told by Simon Boyd that you can get a packed and charged, originally packed and charged battery for sale. So you don't rely on any safe waterproof bag. Okay, I think that is very important. Set phone, I suggest money is less important issue for ocean sailing. You must have 2 good quality waterproof set phone. Some set phone nowadays, even for set phones, those are not real waterproof. But then you need to put in proper waterproof bags. And then make sure that you have a spare charged battery as well. Okay? So these are all not in the recommendation list in Cat 1 requirements. But I think this is from our own experience. I think also the club, maybe they would be asking you to do something more with your settle. And definitely, I think we have already recommended to the scrutineer that the settle should have the emergency call numbers already installed onto your settle. Because if you at that time you want to get the number and then you cannot do it, you have to get the first button fast enough to send out your line. And then also apart from settles, in the grab bag you should have throw ropes. Okay, this again is not recommended, but throw ropes in the grab bag will be good because we don't have a rope in the life raft. So I think it's also one of our faults that we don't have. And then, as I told you, I've thrown the dam ball, the horseshoe and the dam ball onto the sea, which is no sense. But I just we give ourselves 90 marks, 90 points out of 100. But these are small matters that will help your crew more feel better. And also, some of my crew says you should have the watch captain should have his list of duties with a waterproof or plastic slip, and then he should carry it in his pocket, something like that. And practice your flare firing. Okay. Well, where to practice? Hong Kong, you cannot do it. Okay. Too troublesome. You have to make applications to the Marine Police, and then they won't allow it anywhere. So Chinese New Year next year, carry your expired fares to Macau, and then we did it before. Actually, we did it before, and the boys around were like, "Wow, so powerful! Where you get it?" They will actually ask those questions. Okay. And almost one last thing is, I do have spare batteries carried on my boat, but it was not wired to the engine nor wired to the communication system. So now with my now with my present boat, in the starboard aft cabin, above this high level, I have a spare battery, and then it's wired directly to my VHF and the single side bag. Okay. Now I have two young crew. Come on, I want if you can spare me another 3-5 minutes. I just let them share your experience. This is the lady crew that I said so first time out to the ocean, but climbed fast up the rope ladder like a monkey.
Hi, I'm Belinda, and it's been almost 9 months, and I don't really remember what happened. So, do you have any questions for me? Yeah?
Are you still scared?
I don't really remember what happened.
So you don't scare?
It wasn't really. I don't feel scared. Yeah.
So are you happy
Okay,
afterwards?
one question over here.
Yeah.
Have you gone sailed again ocean sailing?
Since, yeah. Not ocean sailing.
Would you do it again?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I'm impressed. I haven't done it, I'm never going to do it. Because of that story.
So maybe Eugene is he's a young sailor, active sailor now. A little bit, recently he sailed a little bit less, not because of the saga, right? But because of his newborn child. Okay, tell a little bit of your story and your feeling.
Well, I think Leon would have shared most of what happened, but just a bit of personal feeling or what remains on my mind about the incident is quite interesting. After our boat got sank and we were on the life raft and all that, we all felt very safe. There was only one moment in the entire incident that I felt, oh, I'm really that close to the possibility of getting lost at sea. And it was when we were actually the closest to the tanker not tanker, but the cargo ship that rescued us. And if you can imagine, it was a very large container boat. 9,000 tons. It's not that big by comparing with other cargos, but compared with a life raft like that one, it was really big. But we were drifting at sea, and then there was one moment when the ship was so kind that they wanted to approach us to rescue us, but didn't have any experience, and they moved so close to us that when we looked out of the life raft, it was like, wow, it's just like a cliff right next to us. They would pass very quickly, they stopped the engine, and then minutes later, we were from the front, the bow of the boat to the aft, and then we could literally hear the engine run right next to us, and then the immediate thought was, looking up there, oh, I don't want to be sucked into the propeller and that's ended my life like that. And then we just kept on paddling and paddling, although it didn't help. But eventually we drifted away from the boat, and that was the closest moment that to death that I could remember until this very moment. But echoing what Leon just said, sailed a bit less recent months, not because of this incident, just because of my newborn child, and I can foresee myself doing the same race again. I'm very looking forward to it.
Any questions?
I'm going to get in before you carry on. Ladies and gentlemen, we can do better than that. Thank you very much, Leon and the crew. Only because I know he's a